Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one. Just wanted to do your typical TA. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. Listen, the technical difficulty I keep having is that every time I pull up the higher levels in these 30s and 40s, I get all of this pixelation. Like my clear picture just totally disappears. There's really nothing I can do about it, man. But I really enjoy doing these levels, so I want to keep doing them. So that's what's going to happen. And I don't know. I really hope you still enjoy it. If not, give me some feedback on maybe we should just stop doing this and do something else. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like they're really cool. It's really useful. It's really cool to see someone kind of explaining what's going on, but maybe I'm just wasting my time. So give me some feedback here on if the pixelation is so distracting that, it's kind of like, hey, dude, you know, it's over. Let it die. Do something else on your channel. All right. Nevertheless, this is your typical TA, and we are going to go over that same jackknifing, except this time we're in a nice tight spot. Um, and last simulator episode was all about the jackknife, and now we're actually going to use it practically in simulator life. I'm about to say in real life, but in simulator life. All right, so typical TAs tend to have a little bit tighter aisles, like in between, like where I'm driving right now. So what I'm going to do here, whenever it's tighter and you have less room on the right side of your vehicle, what you want to do is you want to start your setup a little bit later than you usually would. You don't want to start it, as soon as your drives hit the space, or like like I usually say, like that. Instead, you want to start it a bit later, right? So, and that's because there's so much less space on this side of the vehicle. So instead of starting when the drives hit, I'm going to start it sometime about right here when the middle of that trailer hits. It doesn't always work out that way. Like I said, simulator is not systematic like that. But that's about when I'm going to start. I'm just avoiding this tractor in front of me. Now I'm going to start turning out to my right. Now I don't want to turn to 12 o'clock because I don't have enough room to turn to 12 o'clock. So that would be a bad idea. Instead, I'm going to turn left when I feel like I've run out of room on the right side of my vehicle to swing that tractor back around. That's when I'm going to start turning left, and I'm really going to pull that jackknife forward a lot, like about right here. All right? Stop vehicle. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten the wheel, okay? I'm not really going to turn it very much because I need it to turn nice and slow. If I turn too fast and I crank that jackhammer, what's going to happen is my tractor is going to swing to the left, and then when it's time to swing it into the spot, my tractor needs to swing out to the right, and I'll be hitting these guys right here. Well, they don't want that, do they? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the wheel relatively straight, and we're just going to track that trailer backwards. What we're looking for is we're looking to avoid that neighbor right here. We don't want to hit this person's truck. However, we do need to make that trailer really swing in, right? So I actually did this wrong. What we want to do is we want to cut this corner pretty tight. Okay, so I'm not cutting it tight enough, so I'm going to actually do, whoa, oh, y'all, I messed this up a little bit. All right, let's pull up there. Let's pull up. I think I can recover this a little bit here because we sure ain't gonna start over. Okay, let's do it about right here. Okay. All right. So we start backing up. Like I said, we want to make sure we don't hit that neighbor's truck. We want to come in pretty tight, but we don't want to come in so tight that we hit his truck. Remember the pivot point. The axles on the back of the trailer, when those axles are in front of the truck, like it is right now, everything back here will continue to get closer to his truck. As soon as those axles pass the corner of his truck, all of this will drive further away from his truck. Don't forget that, okay? All right, so that's too much, y'all. That's too much. And I'm glad I'm messing up right here so you can really see. You don't need to do a hard jackhammer. Let's pull up pre-far. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, you don't want to do a very hard jackhammer. Jackknife. I keep saying jackhammer. You don't want to do a hard jackknife, a real tight jackknife, a closed jackknife, just like the actual pocket knife like we were talking. You just want to let it be gradual, right? So, man, I don't like my setup, I don't think. All right, so see how we're kind of pushing it in here, but I'm so far away from my neighbor, I really don't like this setup, y'all. I think I might be able to push it. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I don't know, y'all. You see, I'm just controlling the jackknife, and as the axles are passing that corner neighbor right here, you see they get further and further away. You see that? That was a good one. Did not like the setup, I'll be honest with you. I still don't think it's going to work in my favor. I'm running out of room, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my jackknife a little bit. What I mean by running out of room is this was getting real close to my neighbor's side, so I'm opening that jackknife. Now I'm going to swing it, chase it back around. Chase it back around. Didn't like my setup, but as you saw, it worked out okay. Now we need to open that jackknife one more time. All right, just like that. Don't hit the neighbor's truck there. And then do not turn left at all because I got something on the right side of my tractor. Instead, just drive straight for a second until you clear it. Just like that. As soon as you clear it, trailer right, wheel to the left. And back her on in the spot. Y'all, I really wish it wasn't pixelated like this. Man, I've been thoroughly enjoying this simulator. I really have. As you see, I'm a little bit crooked. I really got to straighten it out. I'm working on it. Oops. How about that? How about it? Anyways, I didn't finish. I've really been enjoying this here. I hope it doesn't have to come to an end, but if it does, all good things must come to an end sometime, right? Oh, driving kind of fast there. Whoa. Watch out there, Dixie. So anyways, this is your typical TA spot. That's pushing it into a TA with a tight little aisle there. I don't think I'm still in the spot. There we go. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, give me feedback if the pixelation is just too distracting. It's like, man, it kind of sucks. We can turn it off and put this to bed. Maybe I'll try the levels in the 50s and the 60s or something like that. See if those pixelate. Nevertheless, hey, love y'all again. Glad to be back at work. Glad to be back on the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. Love y'all. Find you somebody to love. Don't forget, it's not about what you believe. It's why you believe it. And live free.